Okay, we're here. Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Finished having the service. Here's my bill. I'm gonna go through it with you later just so you can see exactly what was done on the servicing. But right now, just need to go take the car away and we'll discuss what happened, how much I ended up spending on my service, and all of these items on the list, which we'll try and discuss and we'll try and make sense of.
A few moments later.
Okay, I'm back home now and you can see I still have the bill with me, which I'm going to go over in some kind of detail so we can have a look and see what kind of work I had done on the service. So what I'm going to do first is read out the things that I asked or that needed to be addressed. So there's a difference. There's things that had to be done and then there's additional things that popped up as such in terms of when they inspected the car. So I'll read out first what stuff was done and the prices. Fuel filler bowl is dirty and drained, so that's within the fuel cap. So on the Bentleys, the fuel cap is almost facing upwards and you open it this way. So there was a blockage, so water was building up in the fuel reservoir. So that was £22.50 to sort that out. Also, both front tyres were worn to 2 millimeters tread on the outer edge. So the tyre was all okay, but on the outer edge it was worn a little bit too much, probably aggressive cornering. All they did was just rotate the tyres. So the rear tyres were new, and you can have a look at one of my other videos on when I got the new tyres on the rear. So they just rotated them and that's perfectly fine, zero cost. Under tray screw nuts rusty, so they replaced these rusty screw nuts and that was £12.50. Lower horn bracket is broken due to corrosion of the bracket. So the way the horns are sitting, there's two horns on the Bentleys. You have a higher frequency and a lower frequency horn. They're about this big each, and the bracket that they were on had corroded and snapped, so essentially the two horns were dangling by the wires. Now, I didn't know this, the horn was working perfectly fine, but upon inspection, that's how it was. And that was a charge of, for the brackets, £180. So, next one is plenum area has leaves and debris and body drain restriction. So this is the, right at the bottom of the windscreen, we have the panel there, which is just as the bonnet meets, if that makes sense. So that had become blocked, and obviously that should drain water away so it doesn't enter the engine bay. So that was all clogged up with dirt and leaves. So to clean that out, that was £90. Steering pipe to pump severely corroded, requires replacement. That was £380. Steering pump to wing severely corroded, and that's another £380. So that's on towards the front where the arches are. If you have the wheel off, you can see where the pipe goes to the side. So both of those were corroded and had to be replaced for £380 on both sides. Next one is a steering pipe to cooler severely corroded, and yes, that required a replacement. Guess how much that was? Yes, £895 to replace that. Now that particular pipe that goes to the coolant is probably about yay long, and it literally is just a pipe, and that's £895 to replace. What else do we have? Oil leak on rear of engine, and that simply required a clean and a tighten of some bolts, and that cost only £60. Bargain. And then there was they replaced a key battery, and then there's another additional sundries of servicing materials, which are about £425. So let me see if there's any other highlights here. No, there isn't. There isn't any other highlights here. So the total for my servicing and additional repairs that I just mentioned, so 69,000 miles on a Continental GT Speed, total bill was, wait for it, £3,080.15. It does seem a lot, doesn't it? But what you have to realize is, so this is my second year of ownership of the Bentley. Now, year one was straightforward. Year one was a simple service, and there was no issues. Everything was okay because any kind of corrosion that they spotted wasn't anything that needed to be addressed. Now, for example, in terms of Bentley, the hourly charge for them for labour, you're looking at about £150. Now, I inquired with another Bentley specialist, a Bentley and Rolls-Royce specialist in Chelsea in central London, and these guys have been around for a long time, good reputation, good reviews on the internet as well, and they charge £120 an hour to do work on your car. Now, the place where I had it done, they charge £90, and you'll see that when I put the actual copy up, you'll see exactly what their labour charge is. So that's £90 an hour. So that's a huge saving. If you look around, you don't need to go to a main Bentley dealer now. You seriously don't, because if I would have went to Bentley, they would have really itemised everything, and the cost, this over £3,000 invoice, I'm sure would have been probably at least 4,500 with Bentley, definitely. Labour charges alone would have inflated the costs. And what you notice also is, additionally, things such as cabin filters and air filters in the engine bay, you can replace yourself. You can just go on eBay, you can find reputable sellers or even Bentley dealers as well that would be selling those genuine Bentley parts. And those filters, so, for example, the 2 air filters that are in the main engine bay, you can pick them up, genuine Bentley, brand new, for £160 for the pair. Whereas if you go and you pay the full price, you're talking about 220 or so. And you can simply change those yourself. It's a simple item, and that brings down the cost of your servicing. And that's why last year I paid £500 or £600 for the service, because I didn't need all of those other filters changed. I just did it myself. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this up, but I hope you found this video interesting. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell icon. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down and tell me why you didn't like it, if I didn't give you enough details on the costings of all of this and my experience with Prasads. So thank you very much for watching the video, and I'll see you on the next one.